What does it mean when just the right song lyric gets stuck in your head? I have a story for you. I'm Jamie Kowalski, and I teach people in recovery and those who love them how to use everyday tools so that they can get and keep their life together. I use these methods myself all the time in order to keep my own freedom from alcohol addiction, and they'll work for your ongoing recovery too. So I've got a lyric stuck in my head lately, and it goes like this. I've got eyes, but they don't see the forest for the trees. I've got ears, but they don't hear. Words don't come in clear. And that really speaks to me on a lot of levels, because I can see something and not really see it. I can hear something like somebody sharing in a meeting or a friend talking to me, and not really, I can hear their words but not really hear the meaning or connect with the meaning. I might be able to see, I see people cut me off in traffic, but I don't see the human being behind the wheel having a rough, frustrated day that may be on their way home to put down a bottle of vodka and be mean to their significant other like I was in the past. This state of actually observing and connecting through to some of the meaning and the energy behind what's going on with our senses, that's ongoing recovery. Okay, and it's really important to me that I continue to do that and take opportunities to do that. Find opportunities to do that, like this morning on my bike ride. I've been having some personal challenges going on lately and just some life stuff and trying to get some direction sorted out and some motivation and some clarity and just feeling really confused like all of us do. Even with 6 years of sobriety, I get messed up in the head. I'm not thinking about picking up a drink, but I'm certainly not in the most balanced, perfect state. And that's why I use these tools every day in an ongoing manner. And so as I'm riding along, I was kind of trying to connect with some inner guidance, universe, God, spirit. We all have different words. Some of us have, a more profound connection with that sort of thing than others, and it doesn't really matter. What matters for me is that I observe kind of things turn up at the right time. So I was sort of looking for some guidance, just kind of putting some energy out there, like, where's the path? What's the path? And I'm on this paved bike trail and going through some curves by this school, and the way the sun was this morning, it was shining through the chain link fence, and right below me was a shadow of the top of the fence. The bar on the top of the fence actually was putting a line on the pavement that was about 4 or 6 inches wide. And I like to mountain bike and kind of play a game of riding along lines and stuff. It helps with my balance and attention. And so it's like, holy cow, there's a path right there, a shadow from the light. But as soon as I was trying to manifest some connection towards guidance, literally there was guidance right in front of me, and I sort of followed the path around the curve and had a little fun with it, and thought how neat that a shadow at just the right time turned up below my wheel to connect me with the sensation that, yeah, in fact, I do have a path. You have a path. We're all on the path. It's not really clear sometimes because we don't see, because we don't hear. I really enjoy the synchronicity of sounds, like cars going by, even though they might be a little disturbing sometimes where I'm trying to shoot, or the creaking branch in the tree when the wind happens. When I'm doing my qigong outside at night and the tree is creaking, it's like, wow, there's a sense of something bigger than me. And yeah, it might not be spirit or God, it might just be a tree branch creaking, on a strictly objective scientific level. But if I'm actually hearing that, I have this amazing capacity to hear the auditory sensation and the brain processing the meaning and all the firing and electrical circuitry that goes on and the chemistry behind that, and the fact that I'm even standing outside at that time doing my exercise and breathing and connecting with some inner sensation of who and what I am and what's going on in my life, that clarity, using the ears in that way to open up and discover, using the eyes to see beyond what we're just seeing, but to mindfully explore, to look for that next right step on our recovery path. That's a powerful tool, and it's as simple as actually not just using our senses, but engaging our mind, our heart, our gut feeling with a little bit of breath and a little bit of awareness, and taking it beyond just what's happening on the surface level. Because, at least for me, and whether we call it higher power, God, synchronicity, the universe, or just coincidence, whatever, the words really don't matter. These concepts are key, I think, for all of us, though, in recovery in some way, that it just seems that, like a lyric gets stuck in your head, just the right thing. A friend of mine is going through a bit of trouble right now. He had a wall fall on his back, and it's been a real challenge for him, and he's one of the most amazing, empowering, inspirational human beings, taking this challenge with a level of grace that I think few humans could muster. And it reminds me, not by comparison necessarily to say, oh, other people have it worse, so I should be grateful. I mean, we can kind of get into a head trap with that. But as we look around, as we see the world, we can take a breath of gratitude for what we have today in our sobriety. We can take a moment to see beyond what is just appearance, and we can take a moment to listen beyond just words that people are saying. Connect with each other on our path, support each other every day in ongoing recovery. And whether you are in addiction recovery or love someone who is, if you're not already a part of my community and receiving a weekly email from me, please head on over to growingbalance.com. I would love to include you. Just like I'm growing awareness of seeing beyond what my eyes are perceiving and growing the hearing of lyrics in my head and really connecting with their meaning, I'm growing balance in all of the tools of my recovery, in life, in breath, in taking that next right step on the path. So head over to growingbalance.com or facebook.com/growingbalance. Search Growing Balance on Facebook. I'd love it if you'd like my page or comment on my posts. I put videos and other inspirational stuff up there. It's all for you. It's all to celebrate your ongoing work. It's not easy, okay? Keep going. Listen for the guidance. It's there. Until next time, be well and stay connected.